Rates. A rate is an ordered comparison of quantities of different kinds. An example is speed. Speed is a rate, and it compares the distance covered with the time taken. So those are our quantities of different kinds: distance and time. So it is a comparison between distance and time, two quantities of different kinds. Just to reiterate, we can usually formulate rates equations in terms of formula triangles, like the one below for speed. That's this triangle just here. We know that speed is distance divided by time. So distance goes in the top of the triangle and time goes in the bottom right. The rate, in this case speed, goes in the bottom left. So the rate in one of these triangles goes bottom left, and then the other quantities, in this case distance and time, go in the appropriate places depending on the formula. So here we had speed is equal to distance divided by time. This line represents the division, so distance goes on the top and time on the bottom. These triangles are useful because we can find any of the quantities by covering the one we want and substituting in the other two. This is shown below. So if we wanted to find speed, we would cover that up and we do distance divided by time. If we wanted to find distance, we cover that up and we do the speed times time. And if we want to find the time taken for a journey, we do distance divided by speed. We can see the formulas listed below. Speed is distance divided by time, which rearranges to give us distance is speed times time, which rearranges again to give time is distance divided by speed. Another example would be density. It's one that you may have met in science, which compares the mass of an object with its volume, its physical size. The formula says density is mass divided by volume. And again, we can put that in a formula triangle, as shown here. Density is in the bottom left. That is the rate. Density is measured in units, such as grams per centimetre cube. And so it's a comparison of quantities of different types, in this case mass and volume. Since it's mass divided by volume, we can see that mass goes in the top and volume goes bottom right. Once again, we can use that triangle to find the third quantity if we have two of them. So covering up density, calculate mass divided by volume. Covering up the mass, it's density times volume. Covering up the volume is mass divided by density. The rate, as a comparison between two quantities, has a compound unit. For example, and I mentioned one up here with grams per cubic centimetre, speed has common units. Kilometres per hour, if the distance is in kilometres and the time is in hours. Meters per second, if distance is in meters and time is in seconds.